Hi guys, Ozhound here, and welcome to episode 12 of my Server Play series, season 2, All the Mods mod pack. Part 3 of our applied energistics setup. As you can see, I have made a bit more room here, pushed these rooms out. I came back from probably about a day's worth of time out with all of these vibration chambers being empty. They're just, even though I've got this red coal in here which lasts 8 times as long as normal coal, it's just pounding through this stuff. My my current network as it stands uses about 40 AE per tick, because each one of these can produce a maximum of 10. And if I turn those two top furnaces off, the cell here, the power cell, was steady at about 190 or something like that. It even looks like it's just keeping up with 6 going. So yeah, it's going to get to the point where we're not going to be able to grow much further until the mod authors get an external power method of powering this externally set up. But I just wanted to show you what I've done down here. I have connected, if you notice, I've run some cable behind this and connected it into the storage drawer using a storage bus. See if I can break the right one. Yep. Using the ME storage bus, just in its default configuration, so input output mode. You can configure what can go in and out of it just by clicking on the partition storage, or you can clear that, because by its very nature, storage drawers themselves only allow those items that are already in the drawers to go into them. The downside is that like the storage systems, refined storage, and the RF tools one, the storage scanner will show 1,000 redstone there, whereas the AE system only shows 1 stack. If you take that 1 stack out of the AE system, it will continue to feed you stacks. So stone is 64, I pull that out, and there's still 64 there, so I can keep pulling 64 out, but it won't show me the total. Now I'm not sure if there's a way to fix that from our point of view. I'm not sure if there's an upgrade in here which will fix that. This stuff here is because it shows 1,000 like this, because it's actually in the AE system, it's not in the storage drawer network. Because I'm using so much power, I've put a lever here so when I log off and I stop playing, I just turn this all off, so it saves myself on red coal. Not that I've got a bit of red coal, I've got another set cooking up in there, but the first time I came in I had to go and get some coal and chuck it in the vibration chambers just to get access to my network. So yeah, moved this stuff around. I haven't created anything new apart from that storage bus over there. I've also re-established my ender chest here, which is currently feeding this medium storage crate, which via an import bus is pulling the stuff into the system, and I've set it to export to the brown channel on the bottom, which goes over to the storage crate. Behind here, behind all of the furnaces, because what I want to do when I start doing the next few episodes is mechanism, and mechanism's got a cool or quintupling feature. It's quite complicated to set up, so I want to show you guys that. It's pretty cool. I believe in the 1.7 version you can go up to 8 times, so it's octupling, I think. So in other words, one iron ore or 1 gold ore you can turn into 8 ingots out of 1. So that'd be pretty cool to have a look at, because it is rather complicated to get there. but I think that it's been a while now, but I'm pretty sure it's still the case. You can only go up to quintupling or 5 times in the 110 version. But yeah, today what I wanted to do is to get some other machines apart from the inscribers going as far as automation goes. And in order to do that, what we're going to do is probably run another cable out of the bottom of this controller and then run it to the back of this room. So what I'll do is I'll do that now, and we'll get some sag mills together and some alloy furnaces, and we'll come back. So I just want to quickly show you, in this latest build that we've got, we can now create the cable anchors. Cable anchors are made recipe with the nether quartz cutting knife or the Certus cutting knife, and basically any ingot. That'll create the cable anchors. They don't work for facades yet, which is what I wanted them for, but they do work by, and they don't render properly. So you can see here that you can see the outline of where it's supposed to be. It doesn't render in the client properly, but it certainly stops the cables from attaching to each other, which is another feature of them. And what I could do, I could run this straight along the bottom of here and just attach the anchors across there, but I can't be bothered. So I've noticed there's a little bit of a cave underneath this area as well, leading to the outside, so I have to fill that in. So when that's done, I'll come back. Okay guys, I've got my 2 items here. My sag mill and my alloy smelter. Now, I'm thinking that, hoping that they are capable of just putting items into them from, the sag mill doesn't matter, it's only got 1 input, but the alloy smelter has got 3 inputs, as we know. So if I just bring this up to here, and let's just put the alloy smelter here, then let's get ourselves a bus. We want an import bus, which we don't have a formation plane for. Don't have any logic processors. We don't have any of those, so let's create probably 5 of these. Start. But we do need a ME interface. Which means we need formation and annihilation. I haven't got any of them. So I need annihilation as well. Yep. Formation. Interface. And a import bus. And we need power to this machine as well, which is going to be tricky because we don't have any ME cable from Ender.io in this version. So that should kick up. Yep, there we go. And I've got a recipe ready to go. Encoded pattern for conduit binder. I know the conduit, yeah, the conduit binder itself. Yep, that's fine. Because I've got the conduit the binder composite already loaded into here. So power, peer-to-peer tunnels I don't know if they work yet, but I should be able to transfer RF over that, hopefully up to the bottom maybe from our capacitors over there, because I have got the startings of the cable here. So I put that there. I actually did make a couple to start with. P2P. Then I believe we need probably need one of those capacitor banks to click on it, maybe. I don't even know if the memory cards work on them, but we'll soon find out. Maybe a conduit, but we'll come back. Alright, so no, there isn't even a redstone, oh sorry, an RF one in here, or an EU one in here. So, I don't even, yeah. It's not going to work. So let's just go and grab that again. I did actually put down the import bus before. I didn't put down the import, the peer-to-peer tunnel. Okay, so power is going to have to come by way of probably Extra Utilities. Has got a cool little wireless item. Extra Utilities has got trying to find what it's called, power. Wireless. Yeah, wireless RF battery and then wireless RF transmitter. So we want to make one of these. It should be pretty easy. We want to make one of these. 4 of them. Cool. That's pretty cool. Put that back. That. So all we do is we put this connected to our power, which I might just do here for the moment. It's got 3200 RF storage, and then all we do is we put this within 3 blocks, I think, of powered machines. And that should now be powering. So there you go, that's an easy way to wirelessly power your stuff, and that'll work anywhere, which is very cool. It's a shame I can't just put one here and power that, but maybe when they get the energy acceptors working, that'll be alright. So now we've got a build up of this. The only downside is that they only transfer, what was it, 80 RF per tick? Yeah, and a fully upgraded alloy smelter uses 100 RF per tick. But for the moment, all we want to do is to test to make sure that our conduit binder will actually create. I've already got 4 here, but I need more than 4. Let's go with 10. Start. And okay, so it works with 1. And this is the smelting. So essentially what you would do is, yeah, I guess you could use it in all smelting mode, smelting and alloy mode. Essentially what I'm going to try and do here is to get the energetic, vibrant, pulsating, your dark iron and all that sort of stuff worked out, running from the one machine. So you just, the sort of a more advanced crafting on this is you can put a crafting upgrade in here. And you can actually set it so that you always have 10 of, say, 10 of an item or a stack of an item in the system, which would be cool. So now that's, I ordered 10 and I got, that's because I didn't set the pattern up correctly. So if you notice, the pattern says 1 conduit binder creates 1 binder, one binder composite creates 1 conduit binder. The actual recipe is two, so it actually doubled it out. So I've got to go and redo this. I wonder if that's actually still waiting. yeah, it's still waiting for the conduit binder to come back in the system. So we will just go and put our import bus on the bottom of here. Then hook this up. And hopefully that should have enough channels. So yep, it's draining that out now. And now that should come out as that job request being completed. Yeah, so we need to adjust that pattern. So this needs to be 2. Now we can clear a pattern by just dropping it into any crafting grid. Pushing that back to here. Putting this into here. And so if can we keep updating that? Yeah, so that'll always keep 10 in here, which is handy if you want to keep a number of raw ingredients to increase the be ready to create the patterns when they're requested by the crafting system, and having the crafting upgrade here, basic card thing, and what that should do is that if the system gets low on so if I had the binder composite in here, if the system gets low on that, because I've already got a crafting recipe in here, it should automatically craft enough to make up for the shortfall, to keep that stock in the system. So the inventory always holds whatever you request it to do. So if I get what I've got in the system out of here, what I want to do is clear that. Let's clear it. Binder composite. I'm sure there was a way to increase that. And then we need to create the crafting card, because it won't do anything without a crafting card. And I don't have your basic card. And I don't have... I'm sure I created a whole bunch of these things. Did I create the wrong one? No. There we go. So now we create a crafting card, put that away. Put that crafting card in here. And what that should do now is start to, once this system clears out, is start to craft the actual the composite binder. Come on. Yep, there we go. We just crafted it instantly. So now we've got 6 in here ready to go. And whenever that drops below 6, I'll do that. Whenever that drops below 6, it'll automatically schedule a crafting task to create our missing ingredients, our binder composite. So then it just created another 14. And you can also put stuff away into the system just by shift right clicking, and that'll put it into here, which is very cool. So that, guys, is an easy way to do that. I wonder if I've set this up properly. Yeah, it does create 8, right. You don't really have, you can't stuff that up anyway, because that's your standard crafting interface patterns. So I want to get a few more of these together. I need to create some more blank patterns, and we'll be back when that happens. Alright guys, what I've done, I've set up my sag mill now. I went to make some more patterns and I didn't have enough glass, so I made a glass pattern, and then I realised that I didn't have enough of the nether quartz dust to make it. So I've made that into a pattern as well. So I was out of quartz dust and I was out of glass. So now if I was to get my quartz, which I don't have any, says I've got 15 available, so let's just have 10 of these, or 12, because evidently each one makes 4, and then we put it, actually I've got one in here, no I don't have a crafting card in here, but I guess I could put a crafting card in here, and I should be able to do another crafting card, because I did have the spare basic card. Capacity crafting. Yep. So now I can just put that in here, and that will request for the system to have. So we'll see there's an issue, or no, we are crafting. Yes, see, now we are crafting the nether quartz dust, and it's always going to keep 12 in the system. So that is very cool. I wonder why that isn't pointing back out again. Have we got a problem, Houston? No, I don't want to do that. Cancel that. So that was interesting. I don't know why that didn't push back into the system like these ones do. Maybe it's the interface or some sort of issue with that. Don't know. But yeah, I mean, I could actually put anything in here to request it from the network. It doesn't have to be in the actual system that has got the pattern for it. So I could put that glass in here if I wanted to. But yeah, I'm actually really low on quartz. I might have used the rest of that. No, I've got 6 left. So I think a trip to the nether is warranted to be able to get some more quartz, because we use a lot of quartz in the applied energistics. We're still sitting about even for that. I want to upgrade these with capacitors, so hopefully I should be able to do that. Capacitors, and I'm out of energetic alloy, so what we need to do is to make a pattern for energetic alloy. Let's do that now. That's not what we want. We want energetic alloy, which is gold, glowstone and redstone. So gold, redstone and glowstone makes 1, I think, is it? Yep, 1. So alloy smelter 1, which is what we've got there. So to clear that, we are in processing pattern. So this will be interesting to see if this works. Well, we have to do something funky. Cross fingers. This works. So now we need to request energetic alloy. Oh yeah, totally works. Very cool. And as soon as I get that one, I will create this one card. So we can get the rest of them moving up in the world pretty quick. Come on. It's taking its sweet time. There we go. Let's upgrade that. Now we've got a bit more speed, which is good. And so we do that with the rest of the alloys, I think. You know, you're vibrant, you don't need redstone. You can have, let's just do this. I should just have a look at what the recipes are, I guess. Alloy smelter, fans pressure fell, gold plated turbine from advanced generators. So 258 different recipes here. Yeah, electrical steel, we'll want to get that because of things. Conductive iron, that's for the entry level power. Pulsating iron, dark steel, solarium, fused quartz. Yeah, so if we're going to be a big Ender IO user in this pack, in this particular playthrough, then this is what we need to use, but not necessary at all. Signalarium, that's substratum. Okay. So certainly a lot of recipes that we can plug into the back of this, but obviously we have only got the 10 slots here, or is it 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, yeah, 9 slots. We can put another one on the top, I would say, to have another input, and even on the side we can separate these and have them on both sides, so we can have, say, 27 recipes going, maybe even in the front, because it seems that it doesn't suffer from the same restrictions as the refined storage system does when I used it in my last playthrough. So now we've got our energetic alloys. Let's make another one of these, put it into the SAG mill. Now that will use 60 RF per tick, which is 20 less than what this can handle. Look at that. Right click on it, tells you what it's powering. What if I have another one here? Yeah, so hopefully that doubles the throughput. So now we've got 160 between them, powering 120. So both machines are running, that's going to drain pretty quickly, I think. But yeah, I need to probably prepare myself for mechanism as well. So instead of going out and I guess I need to get the basic components sorted first, but to build the initial machines. But yeah, I guess producing the raw material, such as enriched alloys and all these items here. We'll see if we can that can handle it, because yeah, mechanism, infusing machines and stuff like that use different types. I'll put it this way, it's unique. I mean, the alloy smelter is unique as well, but mechanism, we'll see if that works in mechanism. But I'm going to go to the nether and get some stuff, and we'll be back. Okay guys, I have got a little bit of quartz. What I'm going to do now is to program a bit more of my system, so going to want to get the rest of the vibrant alloys. I want vibrant alloy, I want dark steel and solarium made up. So let's just get these bad boys done. We can clear that. So vibrant alloy is an ender pearl, and energetic alloy, I believe. Yep, I was right for once. I've got heaps of vibrant alloy there anyway, but nope, don't want 7. One of those. And nuggets. It's one of those. Pulsating iron. I think it's relatively easy. Yep, that's a pearl and iron. Oh, have I got any pulsating iron? Yes, 60. Don't know when I made that. Probably just made a stack and yeah, didn't worry too much about it from then on. I'm pretty sure these are kept in, I wonder if they're kept in the storage drawers. If that's the case, they're automatically being converted, and they're not, so let's just warp ourselves through that door. Clear that. Pulsating. So one of those. Alloy smelter. Boom, boom. So what I'll do is I'll work towards some more patterns. The end goal being the optic capacitor, which should be relatively easy to make. So what am I missing there? Nuggets. Thought I would have had quite a few gold nuggets. See what's going on there. I'm sure my gold is down here. Yeah, see, I've got no nuggets. 25 blocks of gold. Yeah, okay, so that breaks it. The problem with the AE and the storage drawers is that it doesn't seem to recognise the 3 different parts, or if it does, what it does, so there's no gold blocks there. See, that's missing now. I'm sure that's missing now. Go back up and check that again. There should be 24. There should be gold blocks in here anyway. And there isn't. There's no copper. There's none of the other stuff. Blocks of quartz, that's actually just in the normal system. So I don't know what's going on there. I mean, I know that system is full and that's running off that. Maybe putting one of these on here broke it. Maybe putting that there broke it, because I did actually put that on that storage crate after I set up the external storage drawer. So let's go and take a look. Devices online. I might have broken it when I yeah, I think I remember I had to break it and then replace it again. So that's light purple. And now it's active. Okay, cool. Let's see if that's working. Right, gold blocks, nuggets, excellent. So now we can create this silly pattern. And now we're out of patterns. Have I crashed this? No, there's no... Oh, that's right, because I'm actually in the crafting terminal, not in here. So if I look in here, yeah, I'm out of... but that should be making more, surely, because I've got that loaded as a config item. There's 12 there. It wasn't pushing back into the system from here, so maybe I need an export bus. No, I shouldn't do. That's a bit weird. I might just take that out of there and put it over here, see what happens. It's not doing anything. Maybe it's making a liar of me. Doesn't see any quartz. Maybe that's why it's not making it. But that still doesn't say why the 12 that are in here weren't available to the system. They should have been. And the reason why there isn't any quartz available because it's bundled up in here. These blocks of quartz. I can't remember how to break it down again. Just put that in there. Yeah, okay, so even though it does hold it in there, it's not reversible. You can't change your blocks of quartz back into here, so that's pretty useless being in that drawer. I might unlock that. Just have the key in my bag actually. Yeah, if I unlock that, that'll become available. Then what I need to do is to clear it. Right, clear. Okay, break then. Lock it so nothing else drops into it from the system, but it won't because I've broken the old system. Okay, let's come back when I get some of these other patterns sorted out. Alright guys, we've ran out of space in our ME interface, so we need to make another ME interface. Can we? No, we can't, because we need annihilation core, and we are out of stuff. I think I can get this Yeah, that's not ideal. And then it's just going straight back into here to do whatever it just did. I'm not grabbing it in time. I don't know what that was even making. But anyway. ME interface. So what we do is we plug this here, and then we put the rest of our patterns in. So I was up to making an octadict, so I've got that as a pattern, I've got that as a pattern, so I should just be able to shift click that into here. And I do have glowstone. I had a lot of glowstone. I don't know where that's gone. This might have broken again. Yeah, see, I've got heaps of glowstone down here. It's just gone and broken again. Ah, that's why. Because I put another machine, therefore taking up another channel on here. And of course, we're already full. So, I guess that we need to redistribute this stuff. So we need to maybe make some dense cable. Don't really want to do that at the moment because we're almost at the wrapping up point of the episode, and that takes a bit more resources than I've currently got. So let's just get some glowstone from here. Let's put it into the system. What else do we need? I actually need to make 2 of these. Let's make 2. Let's start that. Should be finished already. So now we encode that. And now we have got the ability to make our capacitors. Which is very cool. Capacitors. Let's make I'm gonna make one more. Actually, I want to make 2, don't I? So to craft 2 of those, still got to craft some energetic alloy. So let's start this up. So we should see this crafting up our energetic alloys. Yep. What else have we got in here? I think that's it. Yep. So now we should have our 2 octadict capacitors. Let's upgrade these. And put these away so they can be used next time. Alright guys, I'll wrap it up here. I need to get this stuff sorted out because I'm now full on this side of this ME controller. I've got another 2 sides that I can use, and I'm probably going to have to drop this down a level if I want to use this top one, because I don't want cable sticking up in the air like that and running over here. But yeah, thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next episode. Ciao.